Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to another stream. I hope you're having a terrific Tuesday, or if you're stone baked pudding, a titty Tuesday. Regardless, I'm happy to see you. We are going to get into some fucking Ace Attorney, well, investigations, not mainline Ace Attorney. And we got a case to finish, and then we'll probably start a new one too while we're at it. But stoked to have you here. It is a Buffalo Sabres hockey day. Hopefully they get a win. They won their first one. It was a close one, though. They had us real nervous. I'm not going to lie. It was a little sketchy there for a second. I'm not going to lie. But it's shaping up to be a pretty physical series. I am excited to see where it goes from here. But yeah, let's boot up the game and enjoy a little bit of Ace Attorney. Oh, fuck. Right. I don't know why, but when I downloaded this game, it didn't put a shortcut on my desktop. So I got to open Steam to launch it. I gotta fix that. All right. Let me boot up Steam and then we'll get this thing going. Alrighty. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Perfect. Let's show game, and we are set. Ladder confrontation. Cammy Meal. Whoa, wait. Why am I? Check. Okay. Thought I was hearing. I kind of feel like I'm hearing an echo. Let me know if you hear an echo. I think we're okay, but definitely let me know if you're hearing an echo. Alrighty. Anyway. March 12th, 3:35 p.m. Flight G390 lower deck cargo hold. Do a little something. La, check. All right, that works for me. Cool. All right. March 12th, 3:35 p.m. Flight G390 lower deck cargo hold. Miss Meal. Huh? Do you recall what you said earlier about when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zhengfa? Huh? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zhengfa. Oh? Damn, I'm feeling like Cammy today, sleepy as fuck, but we gonna power through it. Miss Cammy Meal. Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did. No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Meal. But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction. Very well. Miss Meal, if you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span from just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found. Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes. Low-key been a suspect, if we were being honest. Yeah. From 3 to 4, I was, in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was, in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. She guilty as fuck. How was a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Meal, wake up. He fell asleep again. It looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. Let's see.
Hold it!
Miss Meal, wake up.
I'm awake. I'm awake. Mass Edgeverse, I demand that you do something about this flight attendant this instant.
Why ask me to wake her up when you can finally put that whip to an appropriate use?
Hold it!
If I remember correctly, food was being served in first class and the lounge between the hours of 3 and 4 a.m.
Yeah, but that kind of stuff's run by Miss Rhoda.
Then what were you doing in the attendance room at that time?
Eating and then having a most delicious dream.
You mean you were neglecting your duties?
No way. Sleeping's part of our job too, you know.
Hold it!
Pressing these statements is so funny to me, I don't know. Miss Meal, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up!
Oh, I'm awake. I'm awake.
All right.
Ouch! What'd you whip me for, sir? What'd I miss?
A poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your stead.
Really? Sorry about that.
You can make amends for that by continuing with your testimony. Wait, did we read this one? Oh yeah, okay. And
Hold
then...
it!
So you were alone the entire time, were you?
Yeah, no one even popped their head in to say hi.
Oh? Well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? First, you should save. Always be saving. Then, we should raise an objection. Miss Meal, there is a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony.
Huh? What are you talking about?
It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6 a.m.
Boom, 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 boom.
All right, so I'm thinking it's got to be because of the key being stolen. Let's see, let's see. Oh, the when she brought the suitcase in, right? Okay. Let's see, 5:40 a.m. Yes. I think this is the move. I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Meal.
A receipt for what?
It's for the suitcase Miss Tenero bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m., Miss Tenero.
Yes. Huh? Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have locked her up by now.
I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. One sec, just give me one sec. Ba-da-ba-da. Cool. All right. Oh, yes. Now then, Miss Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in-flight shop, correct? That's a tongue twister. First floor in-flight shop. First floor in-flight shop. First floor in-flight shop. Fuck me, that's tough. Oh, man. Oh, excuse me. I feel like shit today. I just woke up feeling like nauseous as fuck. I'd settle in slowly, but...
Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which I went straight to the attendance room to drop it off.
And did you see Miss Meal there at the time?
No.
So, Miss Meal, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? Miss Cammy Meal.
Huh? The bathroom?
I'll be the one to ask the questions here.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know.
Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true.
But it's the truth. Cross my heart.
I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage.
You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance to hear me out?
No. Reason for suspicion.
Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm the one of the crew, but you think then maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too? She's the one in charge of the elevator key and the shop, you know.
Oh, she so did it.
If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious.
Please leave Miss Tenero out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now.
I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda.
Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I?
Never mind. But you want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kind of I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design.
Now's not the time for this sort of talk.
Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew.
No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statements regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies.
Oh, but I wasn't an attendant. You wouldn't suspect me. But say I wasn't an attendant. You wouldn't suspect me then, would you?
Yes, I suppose that's true enough.
But you think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda, too.
She is already being detained for further questioning. Or have you already forgotten?
Oh, yeah, I guess I just forgot. Cammy, don't tell me you suspect me, too. Sorry, can't help it. I mean, other than you, there's no one else who could have done it. I can't believe you would say that. I mean, me? A killer?
Miss Meal, what did you mean just now by no one else who could have done it?
Hold it!
And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal?
I take care of the attendance room.
That doesn't count. Also, it's a fucking mess in there.
Oh, but I spent so much time in there, it might as well be my responsibility. Mr. Edgeworth, Cammy is very talented in languages, so she assists passengers who may not speak English, especially those who speak Borginian. She's the only one in this flight who's fluent. Oh, you mean that kind of what I'm in? What am I in charge of?
Yes, lady. What the fuck?
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
What else could I have meant?
Yeah, so I'm really good at Borginian.
She's fluent in Borginian. Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Borginian.
Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Borginian.
Very interesting.
If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious.
Actually, your on-the-job behavior makes you super suspicious in my eyes.
Huh? But why?
While Miss Tenero is busy with the passengers and all of her other duties, you have a lot of free time on your hands, thus providing you with ample time to commit the crime.
Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you cease and desist this line of conjectural questioning. I won't allow you to bluff your way through this like a certain defense lawyer.
but I do not honestly believe Miss Meal does any actual work aboard this flight.
Oh, that's not true, Mr. Edgeworth. Although, well, all I'm in charge of are the attendance room and some Borginian stuff.
So what exactly do you do as the one in charge of some Borginian stuff?
I do stuff like translate things from and into Borginian. Cammy's the only member of the crew who understands Borginian, Mr. Edgeworth.
Miss Meal, I take it then that it is your job to process all the Borginian paperwork.
Yeah, see, I totally pull my weight around here.
So it would appear. Perhaps I should ask her a few more details about her work and... Miss Meal, it's very unladylike to push suspicion onto someone else.
That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just saying that Miss Rhoda is very sus.
There you go, pushing everything onto her again.
I don't get what you're saying. It must be a really abstract concept, huh?
The only thing abstract here is the landscape inside your head. Nah, she's just playing dumb, for sure. Alright, so we gotta present something now.
Objection!
This, right? Yeah. So you are the only one in this flight crew that speaks Borginian. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Borginia for a while.
If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it?
Busted.
This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose: to lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Borginian is you, Miss Meal. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Alif Red could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing fingers at you.
Oh, is she hitting the vape now, lol? Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, her real persona has appeared.
It is exactly as you say.
Are you confessing to have participated in the smuggling?
No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document, but you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There's no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper.
Really? All you did was sign it?
I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So sorry about that.
It seems that she's finally woken up. This is gonna be one tough fight.
Suppose, and this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that. If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding the smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane for work purposes.
So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First, it was myself, and now it's Miss Tenero who's under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can.
You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up or that she isn't.
Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all of the blame for the crime onto her, and this evidence will prove my suspicions. This proves that the killer was out to frame Miss Tenero from the very beginning. All right, let's see here. I mean, maybe this. That's the first thing I thought of. It's gotta be that.
Take that!
Fuck. The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Oh, maybe it was right, okay. Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenero for the murder. Hell yeah! Miss Tenero buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand.
Fucking hell, these hiccups are killing me. God damn.
Adapted their plan. And tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer went on to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree?
Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway?
That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. What special circumstances dictated the need for the killer to frame someone?
Probably where the murder took place, right? Or when? Let's do a quick little save. Alright, so who was the murder victim? I don't think that's it. When it took place, as in being on the plane, well, that feels like more of a where, doesn't it? I'm gonna go with where. I feel like that's the move.
The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight.
Okay. Yeah, I was on the right track.
No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss Tenero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Miss Tenero or myself, but you, Miss Cammy Meal. Only you and you alone could be the killer.
And? Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence.
I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture.
Okay, so we figured out how this plays into it. This we figured out. We figured out where this fits into everything. Oh, yes. There's also this. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with the phone first, and then this, if the phone doesn't work.
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence.
Thought not.
But that's because it went missing, and it still is.
Missing? What do you mean by that?
And the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on, and that is the victim's cell phone. Franziska, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks's cell phone. Or at least that's what you told me.
That's right.
But Agent Hicks's cell phone could not be found at the crime scene.
You mean the killer took the phone with them?
Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer.
Come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his... Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
If the victim fell from this...
Yeah, that looks good. Cool.
If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well?
We don't know that until we try a little experiment. And will we? We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Franziska? No, that's not right. Franziska, let me try straight. Blah. Oh, that's way better. Holy shit. Okay. Franziska. Franziska, I'd like to ask your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not?
Of course I do.
Oh, we gonna call it. Smart, smart, smart. Agent Hicks's phone. It's ringing from somewhere, sir. I hear, Detective. Now, where is it coming from? Of course it's coming from Cammy. Go figure. Oh. Miss Meal, wake up.
Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I got sleepy all of a sudden because it sounds like a lullaby I used to love as a child.
I'd better find that phone fast. It sounds like the phone is up in the flight attendant's room. We better hurry to find the flight attendant's room, sir. Okay. Bam. March 12th, 4:12 p.m. Flight G390, first floor flight attendant's room. The ringing's coming from somewhere in here, sir. Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. The ringing is coming from somewhere around here. But it's not here, sir. Why do I have such a bad feeling about where we're gonna find the phone? The ringing's coming from in here, sir. What? No, it can't be. This has gotta be the victim's cell phone. Just whose locker is this, sir? It's Miss Tenero's. What? March 12th, 4:28 p.m. Flight G390 lower deck cargo hold.
So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone?
I found it in the flight attendant's room, in Miss Tenero's locker.
What? But...
How are you feeling about the case? Feeling pretty good. I think this feels like the final stage of it. Maybe not, but I feel like it's probably Cammy. That's my take. I think we're about to wrap it up once we find out what's on this phone, honestly. How's your day going? Hope you're having a terrific Tuesday.
Rhoda Tenero. I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away.
Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the key card. When the killer went to steal the key card, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time.
Objection!
This is related to the key card, alright. In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one bird we cannot ignore.
What should I do? Franziska's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. All right then. Why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have something very incriminating on or in it.
Hold it!
What now, Miles Edgeworth?
It's not over yet. We've yet to figure out why the killer took the phone.
What?
Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail.
Well, it's broken.
The LCD is broken. Without a screen, you can't even place a call with this.
Cammy Meal, pun name is Chamomile. Yeah, I did. I caught that one. Bro, I'm such a tea-head. That one was not gonna slip by me. I miss a lot of the pun names, but if it's tea-based, I'ma clock that. I promise you that. I liked the switch up too when she woke up, you know, and started realizing she was kind of cooked. The personality change. Those are always fun characters who switch up like that.
Ah, it's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of a smuggling? Franziska, I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can it take pictures?
Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about that kind of basic stuff, sir.
This looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take photos just fine.
Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case. If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for our killer smuggler.
But the phone's all busted up, sir.
Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone.
I'll find a way. Don't you worry about that.
May I go back to sleep now?
Objection!
Honestly, mood. Zinc LeBlanc pun name is also a reference to zinc oxide. That is a white pigment used in paintings, which relates to his career as an art dealer. Okay, that I didn't know. I caught the zinc and I knew it was probably a pun name, but I didn't know what. So that's really interesting. Interesting. So zinc rust is white for one, which is cool to know, and it's used as a pigment in paintings. Very neat. That's a pretty peak pun name. I'm not gonna lie. That's up there. That's a good one. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What? Scheidemar, hello, welcome to the chat for the first time. Hope you're having a terrific Tuesday. Happy to see you.
What do you mean by that, Franziska?
It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone.
Let's go! Franziska, your phone if you please.
Very well. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now.
It was not there, the statue. This is...
Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence from his smuggling case.
Hey, the Ali Fred's nowhere in this pic, sir.
But this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right?
Ouch. She's right. There's not much we can find out from this Agent Hicks There's not much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks's killer, sir.
Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo we can use?
Let's see. Okay, so that looks like Borginian. This looks... so bed sheets. Wait.
No, that's not the flammable stuff. Okay. I feel like maybe the suitcases? Maybe? The fact that all the suitcases are here in this photo is odd.
Agent Hicks was still alive at the time. So what exactly is odd about the suitcases that haven't been used yet being there?
Yes, well, I was only pointing out things that are different between now and then. How are you enjoying this game so far? I'm enjoying it a lot. It's super cool. It's fun being able to walk around with these characters that at this point I've gotten pretty familiar with. And also, a lot of ways, the gameplay in this feels sort of like a streamlined version of the main games. So it's a lot of fun. I'm loving it a lot. I'm excited to play some more and see the conclusion of this case.
Your off-topic ramblings have put this attendant to sleep yet again, Miles Edgeworth.
Oh, whoops. I'll give Sleepyhead here a rude awakening, a deafening objection, and a contradiction. Okay. It's got to be one of these. Maybe this, because it's got Borginian on it. What's all this?
Oh, they're a cargo ship from Borginia to Jingfa.
So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Jingfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there's no English written on them anywhere.
One cluster of boxes is written in Borginian. It says that it is cloth in English.
Cloth? Could it be? Is this where the killer...
What? What is that? What for is that scary face?
His 1 million cents, not his 1 million cents. This character is really funny, Zinc LeBlanc. He's been cracking me up through this whole case, I'm not gonna lie. Miss Meal.
Yes?
It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who this killer is.
Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth.
The Borginian cargo and this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. It's gotta be this, right?
Take that!
And what is that supposed to prove?
The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilt. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And now I have finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Jingfa had cloth written on it. In Borginian, that is. And this is where the killer grabbed a piece from to clean up the blood with. That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Borginian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Cammy Meal. We got her now.
That's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care that the box is in English or Borginian.
Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature.
What?
There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borginian, well then. Logically, the killer would have opened this box first. The bed sheets, right? That's my guess.
Take that!
Hey, it says bed sheets in English right on the box, sir.
Precisely. And bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say?
So, what are you trying to say?
That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first.
However, the killer chose to use some Borginian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that?
The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was the cargo hold. So they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Borginian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color.
Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Jingfa?
That's right. That's why the Borginian cloth was used. And the only Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Cammy. You and you alone. It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Zhengfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. So what do you say, Miss Meal? Why not confess to your crime here and now?
I love the investigations duology. Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot so far. It's a fun kind of change of pace to the other games, but still very familiar at the same time, you know? All the best parts of the Ace Attorney games and a new kind of streamlined format that keeps it novel. I'm absolutely loving this so far.
Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zhengfa?
Suddenly very composed again. Oh, never mind. No! The second one is my favorite game in the whole Ace Attorney series. That's, you know, you're not the first one to tell me that the second is even better than the first. So I'm really, really excited because everyone keeps hyping it up. So like I said, I'm already loving this, so I'm sure the second's gonna be amazing. He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. Damn, she confessing now. That white screen lasted so long, I thought the game crashed for a sec. March 12th, 5:26 p.m. Flight G390, first floor lounge.
We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir.
Very good, detective. What about the smuggling route? Did you say anything about that?
They're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth.
Oh no. Better save before that actually happens. You should start the third case too, since this one is basically ended. Yes, let's save, and I was planning to start the third one, so no worries, we will do that.
It was scary, sir.
She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden.
Yeah, honestly, for just completely doing it as a self-preservation gut reaction, I mean, not self-defense, but self-preservation, let's, just to be clear. You know, protecting herself on the spot. She made a pretty clean cover-up, I'm not gonna lie. For really being under the gun, she did pretty good for a criminal.
One thing is for sure. The ring behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye.
Wait a sec. Is the next case the start of the second game? It just hit me why you said that. No, there's got to be one more in this game, right? Mr. Edgeworth. I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything. This game is 5 cases. Okay, cool. So we still got a few more. I just wanted to say how much I appreciated everything you did. Thank you so very much.
It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation.
But truthfully, if it wasn't for you, I may not be here right now. Both games have 5 cases. Good to know. Appreciate that. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that... Well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation.
But that's...
I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it.
No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm sure it'll serve you well. And remember, We here at GoU Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Now I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue, no matter where you go.
Hey. That was nice of her. I mean, I guess she does have a stockpile of them, but still.
I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir. Boy, was it fun.
Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. By the way, where's Franziska?
Oh, she's filling out some customs paperwork for her departure.
Departure?
Yeah, Miss Von Karma's really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case.
Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier?
You got it, sir.
March 12th, 5:47 p.m., Hope Springs Airport. Franziska.
I thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter.
I have no intention of wasting your time. However, it has been a while since we last met.
I also have no time for such familiar reminiscence. Just who do you think I am?
You are Franziska Von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect.
Until only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing Pierrot, living her life on the name and fame of her invincible father built.
True, your father Manfred Von Karma didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible.
What are you talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling that we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture.
Sounds like a dangerous assignment.
You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself.
Yes, I suppose you can.
Plus, there's another agent on this case with me.
Oh, another agent.
He's a star among Interpol agents and has the highest successful arrest rates. Who knows, you may even run into him one day.
I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths.
I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same.
I'm not following you.
You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back to this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in full.
I love their rivalry.
And just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Thank goodness. I can finally rest easy knowing I won't have to watch out for her whip.
Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation.
Ah, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight.
Just how much did you cut his salary by, Franziska? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office.
Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want.
Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. Thus solved the first case upon my arrival home. Franziska Von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this war, they would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Oh boy. Edgeworth speaking. Ah, finally. I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. And you are? Have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy? Mr. Amano. Ernest Amano, correct? So you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son. He's been kidnapped. Damn. The end. Hell yeah. That was a fun case. Man, that was a really fun case. All right, let's save, and then we are on to the next case. Turnabout Airlines, the kidnapped turnabout. Yes. I like the UI in this too for navigating the episodes and everything. March 13th, 10:11 a.m. It's time.
Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement with my binoculars.
Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup.
You can count on me, sir.
I have to go. The kidnapper's supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return, I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop off.
Wild. This is, in my opinion, the worst case of the game and the duology. Hey, I mean, getting it out of the way now. Nothing wrong with that, eh? Edgeworth seriously can't catch a break. Yeah, for real. I feel like there's a lot of people in this these series that just can't catch a break. It's a common trend among these characters. Agreed. Hey, well, like I said, we're getting it out of the way now, and then it's just up from here. Also, is that the Blue Badger? Those little things in here, they look like the Blue Badger.
Let's see. I checked that the money is all there, safe inside the suitcase.
Yes, that's a dope Easter egg. Love that. Oh yeah, it's on the lamp too on the left. That's awesome.
Now all I have to do is await further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place after all.
I'm also noticing that those flowers might also be forming a Blue Badger. This must be Blue Badger Park. Oh my god! It's him! Oh my god. The legendary Blue Badger in the flesh! Welcome to Gatewater Land!
Oh, thank you.
And a big hello to you! I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you! He does look dead inside. It's crazy that this whole game takes place in the time span of like 3 days. What? That's so funny. There's a few cases in the mainline game so far that kind of blow my mind. It's like, this happened in like 3 days. It's like, you mean 3 months, right? Who was that? He must have been keeping that next to his right bumper. Investigation 2 also takes place shortly after this, like a week after. Interesting. Yeah, the pacing seems to be, in these games, it seems to just one thing after another after another. These characters cannot catch a break. They got stressful ass lives. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me?
Picture of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested.
All the cases are connected, which is neat compared to the main lines. That is cool, yeah, because we see the bag here. I like that you have this sort of chronology kind of building on top of each other. They do that occasionally in the mainline games, and I always really enjoy when they do that.
Sorry, but I'm not interested.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, have a good day.
Hello?
Who are you? You're not Ernest Amano. The last case of this game is on March 15th. The first case of the second game is March 23rd. Damn, that's... We've been having like hella coincidences. Apparently when I started this was the day that the first case of Apollo Justice takes place. And was it 3-5 that was like on April Fools or something like that? We started it on the same day that it happened. It was really weird. We basically played it in real time. But yeah, that's funny how that keeps happening, because I did not plan to be playing these so close to when they take place.
It sounds like the kidnapper is using some voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth.
Are you a cop?
No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me.
I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium.
Or maybe I should do like a
Bring the money with you to the stadium. So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this one time.
There's a red badger? Lore drop, y'all.
Edgeworth speaking.
Next, come to the haunted house.
And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for?
That's for me to decide. You don't have much say in the matter, my friend.
I suppose not. I've arrived.
Go inside.
Oh, fuck. I didn't advise the ad break. My bad. Shit, I was vibing out too hard.
What a dismal place.
I'm looking at the official timeline, and it's crazy. The second game ends 5 days before Magnify Gramry dies. Damn. Second game ends 5 days before Magnify Gramry. I gotta... He hasn't played Apollo Justice, so he doesn't know him yet. Oh, okay. I was like, I don't think I know that name.
That's it. Go through the doors.
No worries, no worries. But yeah, I'm a newbie to the series. First time playing through these games.
Am I being watched from somewhere?
The good news is I smoke hella weed, so I'm probably gonna forget by this afternoon anyway.
Leave the money and go now.
I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives.
Yeah, who that slumped over in the back there? Oh shit! Yeah. Gumshoe.
Ah! It was a trap!
March 13th, 11:23 a.m. That guy betrayed. No, can't be. Then the deal.
Who is that? What are they talking about?
Split. Police. Alright. In front of meetup.
I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again.
Deep breaths, Edgy. Whoa, there's so many different badgers. We got our proto badger, a pink badger. That one's cute. The classic blue badger and the divorced dad badger.
Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of a powerful Zaibatsu, the Amano Group.
Zaibatsu. That's not the same word that they use in Korea for the wealthy, right? That's a different word. Zaibatsu. Zaibatsu were large family-controlled industrial... Okay, so it's the Japanese equivalent, basically. Interesting. Korean rich families word. Chaebo. That's right. That's the Korean word. Okay. Anyway, a little distracted. I was curious. I haven't seen that word before. Zaibatsu.
But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of.
Grow out of... What was he supposed to grow... He was supposed to grow out of getting kidnapped? I'm not exactly sure what Edgeworth was suggesting.
I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow.
Ernest Amano, pun name is Honest Man, by the way. Oh, that's a good one. Nice. Was that you making that funny sound?
Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight?
Wow, that's really funny that I gave them such a deep voice. It's this tiny ass little girl.
Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers?
A kidnapper? Me? No way. I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope. I'm after something much, much bigger.
That is not the correct voice. Yeah.
What do you mean? Don't all women in your life speak like the Geico man? Or not Geico man, the Allstate man?
I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Even in the...
I'll let this populate for a sec. There we go.
Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagarasu.
Oh, interesting. I was definitely expecting a crusty old dude. I don't know why.
Great thief. And did she really just claim to be Yatagarasu?
Anyways, it's the best character from this game. Hell yeah.
Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. You can call me Kay, Kay? Good. Glad that's settled.
I love her character design. The key, hairpin. Oh, this is such a great character design. The wings, because the Yatagarasu is a bird, right? It's a mythical bird. Kay references the giant key that holds her hair up, by the way. Love that. Love that.
Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you would be so kind as to remove these ropes.
I wonder... should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces.
She's hilarious.
Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know?
She rules.
This rope goes through here, and there you go.
What a relief. I owe you my thanks.
Oh, it's okay. You can pay me back in full later.
Wait till he gets to the victim of the next case. Oh boy. Edgy Maya, if you will. Yeah, definitely. She's definitely got some of that Maya energy, but maybe a little bit more worldly. That one is a hard pun to decipher. Yeah, I guess we'll see. Some of them really do go way over my head. Some of them are so good though. Some of the pun names are just so good.
Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all?
You doubt me? I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right?
That's not the part I have a tough time believing.
I am the real, genuine Yatagarasu, you know. Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor.
In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right?
What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior.
Damon pun name should have been obvious for me, but didn't hit me right away. Damon Gaunt, Demon Chant. Yo! Hey, honestly, I just now got that, so like, no worries. I think that's totally fair. Damn. That did not click at all for me. That's so funny.
That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me. Yet. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are the Yatagarasu?
Yep. The most righteous of the righteous. The legendary great thief. But I inherited the title only recently. So I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarasu.
I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that.
But don't worry, I got some big plans in the works.
Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they?
I knew it. There's just no reasoning with the prosecutor.
I'm not the problem here.
I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and one thing only I want to steal.
Only one thing. And what would that be?
That's gonna have to wait until we find our way out of here.
Well, at least there's one thing we agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you.
So you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor?
I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth.
Ah! Now I remember!
How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery.
Yeah, definitely embodiment of Genki.
All right, then Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here.
Door's locked. Just keep trying. I'm sure it'll go eventually.
It would seem that we are locked in from the other side.
What? No way. I don't hear you. La 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 la.
Kay, you do remember where you came in from, right? It looks like that might be our only way out of this room.
Whoops. Slight miscalculation.
Fun fact, Manfred means man of peace in German. Oh, I didn't know that. That's an ironic name.
That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit.
I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can find another way out.
Alright, the isolation room.
They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally?
You didn't know? Plus, it's not just the Blue Badger. It's his whole family, too.
Also, Manfred von Karma. Manfred from Karma. Bro, I have been missing these pun names. Wow. That's a good one. Wow. Damn, that's good. Thank you for sharing that. Badger Photo Rally. Take a picture of every member of the Badger family and receive a prize. There's only one of each of the 4 family members wandering throughout the park. Best of luck. If you manage a snapshot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize. I really love how the one on the right with the goatee is like modeled after every Facebook bot that tries to argue with you. Well, I guess not just Facebook, but every bot online that tries to argue with you. They really nailed that, well, actually, profile picture look.
Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that?
You can't do that. That's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it.
Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against the wall in the haunted house.
Seriously? But somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take a picture of the costumed ones walking around the park.
So those are the rules of this game. How quaint.
Okay.
Isn't this my phone? It looks like it made it through the ordeal intact.
Yeah, I'm shocked they left your phone with you.
If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside.
Ah, but we do have a way. Right here.
There was a cell phone in here this whole time?
If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? I was so worried, sir.
I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper, that's all.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you.
Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now.
You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sorta,
What's wrong, Detective?
Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me.
Who is this?
Shi Long Lang of Interpol.
Oh, okay. Terry falls, there he falls as he died and fell over on the witness stand. Yeah, that one I did get, man. That dude's story was sad. That was a sad one for sure. Good pun name, though. Okay, this guy's from Interpol. I gave him too villainous of a voice, I think. Shi Long Lang of Interpol. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you.
So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case?
Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime, whether it's on a local or global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble.
And why would you say that?
Lang Ji says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning.
I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in my judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste.
Sorry, no can do.
What?
We're hunting the kidnapper now and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured, we'll come find you. Eventually. You, dick.
What's wrong? Did you get cut off?
No, my phone ran out of power.
No way!
Doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means.
Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out.
Yeah, okay, she's gonna keep working on that, huh?
What is this?
Looks like the Bad Badger, and it's looking as bad as ever.
Looks like a costume head to me.
I guess the Bad Badger's costume is, at the very least, a two-piece, huh?
The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box.
Oh, I think it's the Pink Badger costume.
Pink Badger?
You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you'd better study up on the whole Badger clan with this.
Note her unique pink bow. Blue Badger, an ally of justice who keeps the peace. Bad Badger, a vile criminal with a gun. The very first Badger, Proto Badger, lol.
Think of it as a Bible of all things you'll ever need to know about the clan.
Whatever. I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. I suppose this means this is where they keep all the costumes. It certainly
looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home.
There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty, which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now.
Good to know.
But aren't these Badgers the mascots of the police force?
Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater Group owes the police from all those cases they solved.
They have all the power of the state and they use it to make a theme park?
It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped double looping roller coaster. It's a propaganda park.
That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I suppose this is the Pink Badger, but since it has the same design, it doesn't seem forced to call this one female. Oh, doesn't it seem forced to call this one a female?
You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are.
That's the only difference.
And the fact that she's pink.
Yes, and
her lips are red. See? Lipstick.
what? She has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon, or is that too obvious?
That's hilarious. Okay, so we've seen that.
This is that Blue Badger at the main gates.
Excuse me, but his name is Proto Badger, not Blue Badger. He's based off the very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter.
I suppose as he continued to redesign him, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. Even humanity has come a long way when you think about how much we've evolved.
Are we comparing the Blue Badger to humans now?
That's hilarious.
So this is the Blue Badger's rival, the Bad Badger, huh? Do you feel some sort of reverence toward this Badger, Kay?
I can't believe you'd be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely you must also think there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? That's it! I've decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover.
Good luck with that one.
Lol. Look, it's the Blue Badger.
I suppose even this thing can be popular with women.
My nemesis.
What in the? Why is she beating it up?
He's got the word badge right in his name. That's nothing but bad news for someone like me. And to think he's out there wandering around in this park. Better be careful or he's gonna arrest me by the power of his name alone.
I somehow doubt that the Blue Badger has the power to arrest anyone.
True.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And what have we here? Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look?
Well, I don't mind if I do. Ooh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I am sure it's a key to something.
Thanks for that, Kay.
The something is what's relevant to my interest.
Ba-ba.
There's nothing unusual about this area.
Okay.
We've seen it all.
Ba-ba-ba-bum.
This is the beam I was tied to.
What's up?
I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over and out the window if we climbed this.
Good thinking. And if it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me.
Thanks. This little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, Kay, and good luck.
Count on it. The great thief Yatsuguri spreads her mighty wings and takes to the sky.
I don't think it worked.
As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing.
What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know.
Well, it seems that right now you are.
Man, why did they have to put the windows up so high anyway? How was a thief supposed to make her daring escape?
I suppose we could make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers.
That's pretty clever. You'd make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth.
Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again.
Let's see. I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. Man, why do they have to make such ginormous lockers anyway?
Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we'd need some sort of foothold.
Maybe we can use this paint to help us escape.
And what exactly do you have in mind?
Well, we could paint help in really giant letters.
And who, pray tell, would see these giant letters? We're inside a building.
Okay, then how about we light the paint on fire and send out colored smoke signals? Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about, and we'll call the cops. Actually, that may not be great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all.
Let's try to find something other than this paint to use, shall we?
Okay, we gotta put something together now. Let's try this. Damn.
Okay, not exactly a shining example of the perfect line of logic, clearly.
But it's not high enough to climb, of a foothold to climb with. Okay. Damn, I should have known better. Okay. Let's see. Let me try to look around a little more. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't think so. Oh, let's talk to Kay. Oh, here we go.
Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went?
Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone. I
feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. It's just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here.
After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you.
I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the $1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slots.
Ooh, we can peer into the room the kidnappers were in from here.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one, which would mean that I can probably assume that these two rooms are very similar in structure. I believe I may have just found our ticket out. Is that what I think it is?
It looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome. They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves.
No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area.
Okay.
Bum bum ba-dum ba-bum bum bum.
Okay, so we have a tiny key. Come on. Yeah, let's go.
This hook on this beam.
You know, I already tried, and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on, even you have to admit when something's just not possible.
I wasn't about to suggest that again. Rather that it's here for a different purpose.
Really? Like what?
As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up. Which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well.
Oh, I get it.
We didn't notice its existence all this time because it was hidden by this tarp.
All right then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. Now this is what I call treasure.
All right.
Wow, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure.
The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom.
Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch.
All right. This thing is locked down tight.
There we go.
Aw, fiddlesticks.
No worries. Let me do some brief logic and then we'll be good to go. Hell yeah.
I believe you're up, Kay.
Huh? Why me?
Because we need to use the tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to.
Oh, gotcha. Just leave it to me. I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big.
I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now.
All right, I got the secret door open. And now...
Wait! Are you alright? Kay?
I'm fine. The ladder just slipped is all.
Thank goodness she's alright. I about had a coronary.
There's a lot of really large machinery down here.
What about an exit?
It's really dark and cramped down here, so I really doubt there's an exit. I can't believe that happened.
You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know.
No way. I mean, how was I supposed to know that the ladder is removable?
Well, that's handy. Can we go down here, though? Okay, well, they clearly want me to do this, so. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da.
I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay.
Oh? So how are we gonna bust out?
It seems that your reckless actions were of use after all.
Are you actually praising me?
More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder.
The underground ladder? What about it?
This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down.
I see. If we use this...
Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
Investigation complete. Way to go. Hell yes.
All right. Now we can get out of here.
Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end.
March 13th, 12:11 p.m. Wild Wild West area.
It looked like it stopped raining for now.
Yeah, and thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier.
Mr. Edgeworth, I was so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out.
Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is?
Well, that's,
Count off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 98, 99.
Shifu,
All 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. What the heck do you think you're doing counting my cubs off like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is a number 1. Got it?
Shifu! Shifu! Dude looking like fucking Logan Paul. WWES outfit.
You are Agent Lang, I take it.
You infidel! How dare you address our Shifu so rudely? Lang Ji says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Sheena! This isn't much, but please accept my card.
Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return.
You all see that just now? That is the proper way for two people to show their respect. Keep that in mind and you'll all get far in life. Got it?
Ah, that's right. Franziska did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zhangfa. Apparently this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lane, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case?
That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor.
How is it not?
I've heard a rumor or two about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Ha! But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliche. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I had been there, no one would have died.
Okay, buddy.
I would have solved the entire case, and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today.
Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Akbei Hicks.
Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge.
Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Franziska and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel, as the kidnapped is someone I know. So I ask that you please allow me to participate in the investigation.
This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go on back to your courtroom now, pretty boy?
You dare mock the court?
I do, and I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today.
Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why? Why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him?
All right, men. Good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Lands. Now just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed. Sir!
Whoop. One sec. I'll be right back. Oh, a big box. I wonder what it could be. Find out later this week. Find out what that's for later this week. In the words of Mickey Mouse.
That's a surprise tool we'll use later.
Alright. There we go. There's like a cable that runs under the rug right here, and my chair gets stuck on it all the time. Alright. So that got delivered. Okay, cool. Appreciate your patience. Let's get back to the game. Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble, understand?
Oh, wait.
Nope. Mr. Edgeworth!
It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here? And completely out of the blue at that? I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that.
Excuse me.
Great job, Detective.
Sir!
For losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked.
Damn.
Sir!
I look forward to your next month's salary assessment.
But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be.
Shall I prepare the 21 gun salute now or later?
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup?
Of course, sir. I think I would know the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand.
Then why did an Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents?
That, I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, that Wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir.
Agent Lang definitely has an agenda, so the question is, what is he after?
Ba-ba-da-doo-doo.
Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask you about one thing, sir.
Yes, what is it?
Who is that? The girl over there, I mean.
I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday.
What?
Funny, I don't recall making you my assistant.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Me! It's been like that since forever.
Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role.
How can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. I'm taking her in, getting her convicted, and making sure she serves out her sentence.
Oh, come on, it'll be fun. Like musical chairs. You'd better stay fast on your feet.
No way. I won't. I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl.
I love Gumshoe so much. Let's see.
Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.
Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here. Sorry, I can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders. I suppose I'll have to deal with this impasse for now.
Hey, but we could talk to the cat. That's what's up.
I highly doubt I'll find a clue here, but I might as well check. Just to be sure. This barrel sure is heavy. You there, do you know what's inside of this thing?
It's the emergency water supply for putting out fires.
I see. Well, they certainly are well prepared.
Really? We don't get to pet the cat? 0 out of 5 stars. Completely ruins the game. Terrible game. No, I'm kidding. Oh, the rocking chair.
It's an old-fashioned rocking chair. Kind that makes you feel instantly at ease. There's something written here. A soothing 10-minute sitting for only $100. I see. Reverse psychology. Make it so expensive that no one would dare sit on it. Horses are painted on this garage door to complete the Wild Wild West theme. They almost look like they're ready to jump out into the real world and gallop away. Almost being the key word.
Let's talk to Kay, actually, before we get too sidetracked.
Man, I can't calmly do any stealing at all with that detective around.
I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity.
It's all right. It's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing.
Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more.
So what are you gonna do about your investigation into the kidnapping?
Good question. Since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now, this makes things a bit more complicated.
Oh, come on. You can't let that stop you. I'll even lend you a hand, so let's go.
But you're a self-purported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation.
You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any old great thief. I'm the Yatagarasu. And as I said earlier, the Yatagarasu is after one and only one thing.
What is this one and only one thing you're after?
The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing, and that is the truth.
I see. It was 7 years ago. There was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu like to find and publicly disclose evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with the mark of a 3-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu was stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatagarasu? But that can't be. Can it?
Lance! Lance! Where are you, son?
Mr. Amano.
Oh, Miles, my boy. Sorry to involve you in such an affair after you've returned.
For you, Mr. Amano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office, and had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system.
No, no, no! Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time.
So who's the old man?
He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano.
Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly.
I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Amano.
Oh, hold on there. And what happened to all that money?
I believe the 1 million has been stolen and that the culprits are now on the run.
What?
Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth?
Forgive me, Mr. Amano. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time.
Oh, it was yesterday. Call came to the house. From the receiver came the sound of my son.
Help me, Daddy!
I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Amano.
You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that.
He definitely should have recorded that conversation. But not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again?
How will telling you about Lance help you get him back?
Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behaviors.
Very well, then. Lance is my one and only son, and he turned 21 this year. He's very much like me when I was his age. Kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off him.
Is there anything else about him you noticed of late?
Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver.
Your butler?
Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is.
Mr. Romano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon?
As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him.
So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave. What about his family and friends?
They said I hadn't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. You think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping?
It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I'd better keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Let's begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by twiddling our thumbs.
I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by his side through thick and thin.
Mr. Amano, it was my fault the culprits escaped. Which is why with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself.
Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy.
All right. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating.
If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it.
Begin investigation.
So what should we examine first?
Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. But the culprits were here until only very recently, which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped.
Okay, let's get looking.
Hey, you there!
Who, me?
What are you doing goofing off in a place like this?
I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation.
You imbecile! All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command.
No way! I am not working for Wolf Boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something?
I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as you are a member of the police. Good, now let's go.
No! No!
Boy, have I got just the job for someone of your talents.
Oh, that was exciting.
Okay.
What? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work?
You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you.
Oh, come on. I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me?
I don't recall offering you the position.
Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back.
You're the only one asserting that.
Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Yatagarasu way.
You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about.
Fine, whatever, you win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented Assistant K is going to tag along no matter what you say.
Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. I might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. All right.
Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here.
I remember hearing rainfall out here while I was being held in there.
Yep, it was just passing rain. That's why the ground was already pretty much dried up.
I should be thankful. It left us with some nice footprint samples.
You know what? I bet if we followed them, we could find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes.
I don't think it'll be that easy.
Why not?
Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. And we don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers.
Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. I got you now, vile criminals.
I think the kidnappers would have better sense than to try hiding in these.
Oh, come on, lighten up, will you? I was only joking. I don't really think that the criminals will be hiding in there, right in front of two officers.
I certainly hope not.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, isn't this one of those things you tie horses to?
Yes, although the horses are in another location at the moment.
Aw, and here I was hoping I'd get to ride one.
You know how to ride a horse?
Nope, never rode one in my life. But I have an Asian friend who was born in the year of the horse.
Non sequitur is the only way to describe your logic.
Yeah, for real. If these were real, I wonder what you'd put in them.
Water would be the obvious answer.
But if you store water in a barrel under the blazing hot sun, wouldn't it go bad?
People of that period probably didn't care about how it tasted.
Sorry, but I can't let you get away with making fun of our forefathers. I mean, maybe they really liked the strange taste.
Look who's making fun of them now. Yes.
They look so lifelike, don't you think?
Are you thinking of wrangling or rather stealing them?
If you can coax them out of there, sure. Come on, I know you can sweet talk them out.
I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, Kay.
Oh, wait, what was that? Oh, no. Is that just a... No? What is this? Oh, the tire tracks. I see.
It's a set of tire tracks originating from the garage.
Aha! So that means a car left from the garage at some time, right?
Correct. But for a car to leave these tracks, it would mean that it left during the passing rain. Also, it looks like a tricycle because it's got 3 lines. That's the only explanation as to why these tracks are made of mud. The 3 treads. I think we can also safely assume it's a special type of car. Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here. Sorry, I can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders. I suppose I'll have to deal with the impasse for now.
Hey, it's the Blue Badger. Badger get.
I really don't understand why she's so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. He's doing that contorted, wriggling dance again.
Ah! Oh, hey, I remember this dude. You've uncovered my undercover identity, sir. I was to remain under that head, sir.
Aren't you Officer Meekins?
Yeah, Meekins. Sir, Mike Meekins, sir. Reporting for duty, sir.
This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches.
Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth?
I've met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time?
Sir, because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. That's never a waste of time, sir. I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir. I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled that the kidnappers had escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed over to join him, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already, and I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy to anyone.
It would seem that some people never change. So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit?
Sir, that's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. But it's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of kidnappers, sir.
I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics.
To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor.
How long do you have to be standing here, officer?
Sir, for about 1 little hour, sir.
That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious.
And the ad break is about to start. I'll see you in a few minutes, so hang tight. I appreciate you. And I've been here ever since, sir.
If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekins saw the kidnappers escaping.
But, however, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir.
I haven't asked you anything yet, officer.
No, but I know you will, sir.
He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements.
Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it, too. I patrolled the park all while wearing the costume. About 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir. A lone blue badger.
What you said just now is contradictory to the facts.
How so, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is what Officer Meekins' testimony contradicts.
A lone blue badger. It couldn't have been the blue badger because there's only one of each.
Take that!
Right?
Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement.
Sir, of course, sir. If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor. This little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait.
You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the blue badger, Officer Meekins, you should have not seen another blue badger wandering the premises.
What? Sir! Then that would mean that there are 2 blue badgers walking around. Why?
Why indeed?
Look, there's a blurb about the cactus here. This cactus is a very gracious gift to the Gatewaterland from the local police precinct.
I can't believe the police went so far as to even donate a cactus to this place.
So, is the police department running a cactus farm on the side? Just kidding. I wouldn't do something so silly.
Actually, I have the vague impression I've seen a cactus farm at the precinct before.
Yeah, Marshall, low key. Can we go in here? No. Okay. All right, it's time to deduce. It's time to deduce. Are kept in the isolation room. Hey!
A second blue badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly the true identity of this person underneath is...
Oh, I know. It's one of the kidnappers, right? The person wore a costume to get away.
That makes sense. Precisely. After all, the costume that went missing from storage area are...
A blue badger, a proto badger, and a bad badger.
Yes, those three.
So there are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh?
Interesting. Now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing the badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning.
Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right?
Yes, more than shoe prints. We need to follow the paw prints of the badgers.
Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting.
So we're looking for footprints made by a costume.
Hey, I think I found them. There are 2 sets here.
They both do look like possible candidates.
This set is walking off to the west. It just stops. Can't make heads or tails of where it headed from here.
I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium.
Hey, Scheidemer, thank you for the follow. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. Huh? Quick, Mr. Edgeworth, I've got him. I got one of the culprits. No, I'm not a kidnapper, sir.
Down, Kay. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins. But our criminals were each wearing a costume.
Aha! Maybe they came over to this garage for something.
That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment. We need to examine the garage.
Sir! Roger Wilco, sir!
Meekins is back. Yeah, I love Meekins. He's so funny.
Let's open this shutter and see what we find.
Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside.
That seems a little unlikely. Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
What in the... We seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man?
It's Oliver.
Mr. Romano, are you saying this man is...
Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened?
Indeed. And why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I'd better investigate his crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. The kidnapper's footprints lead right to this garage. And right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim?
Maybe.
From my cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound.
Okay.
You sure are calm for someone who just found a body.
It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. As long as that Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder. So that means he was shot twice?
Oh, so that means he was shot twice?
No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound, and the one near his shoulder is the exit wound.
Nice. I knew you could figure it out.
It comes with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder, where the bullet, for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I should make note of this oddity.
Hell yeah. I love being able to look at the text history. It's such a huge quality of life upgrade.
This is an unusually shaped pendant.
What is it? Is it something valuable?
She seems to have regained some of her composure.
It looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it, and it's really pretty. Hold on. This is made of platinum silver. Nice! It is worth something after all. Platinum silver?
It's usually one or the other. If that's platinum, that's worth a fuck ton. If it's silver, it's worth like a couple $100. Still nice. Well, probably like 100 or so raw. But anyway.
Ooh, and look. There's something written on the back. Colin Deveray. It's a name.
Colin Devoray. Well, this man's name is...
Alright, I think that's everything.
What a peculiar car.
Yeah, from the look of it, it must be the Blue Badger mobile. And it has 3 tires, so maybe it left those tire tracks behind.
That's simply not possible.
Huh? Why?
Take a look at the tires. There's no mud stuck to them. Therefore, it must have been here before it started to rain.
Oh, gotcha. Good eyes.
It's a shame I don't see any other clues around.
I don't? Uh-oh. Oh, wait, can we deduce maybe? Let's see.
Mr. Amano, this body.
Yes, that's my butler, Oliver. How could something like this have happened?
Indeed. And why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with?
Huh, what am I missing?
Oh, did you know? I really love this kind of chair, the way it rocks back and forth. When I grow old, I plan to sit in one of these and rock the day away every day. But you don't have to wait, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, that was Edgeworth, whoops.
You don't have to wait, Mr. Edgeworth. You're at just the right age for one.
Do I really project myself as someone of that age?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait, what was that? I saw it for just a moment.
Okay, what do you think about the kidnapping?
Well, I don't know anything about the victim. So actually, I was hoping you could tell me.
Oh, that's right. I never did explain the situation to you. I got involved because of a phone call I received. It was from none other than the director of the Amano Group, Mr. Ernest Amano. His only son Lance had been kidnapped, and he wanted me to be the drop-off man. Little did I suspect that I would be abducted myself.
That's when I found you tied to a pole, screaming. "Oh!"
Can you please drop that already? It appears that this case has taken a turn for the unexpected.
I'll say. I was shocked to open that shutter and find a dead body inside.
I suppose most people would be, since the average person rarely runs across a corpse.
Wait, you just compared me to a normal person, didn't you? I'll have you know that I'm...
Sorry, but I suppose I should have recognized that you're a thief, correct?
No, I'm a great thief. And a great thief is not surprised by anything. Got it?
Apparently, with great thievery comes great loss of short-term memory. Lol. Okay, can we present anything to her? If you're going to steal anything, at least keep your hands off my lines. Lol.
All right. I'll return it to you. Here you go.
I was hoping for some information in return, but my line will do for now.
Indeed it does.
Only if we assume that is not your handiwork.
Are you kidding? You know that the Blue Badger is enemy number 1 to me. Can you imagine me ever being on good terms with that thing?
Actually, it's surprisingly easy.
Book of information, yes. But I won't lose to the likes of him. You just wait and see. I'm gonna write a tome of thievery. How's that, Mr. Edgeworth?
The information that winds up on your wanted poster will suffice in this competition.
Okay. Come on, the Badger family's waiting for us to find and take pictures of them. And remember, you have to yell Badger get each time or it doesn't count.
They even have a rule for when you take their pictures?
Tell me about it. I was planning to steal all of my shots, as any proper great thief should.
Does the concept of stealing permeate every aspect of this girl's life?
I think so. I really love theme parks. Too bad we're not here to have a fun time.
So why did you choose this one, and why choose to show yourself to me of all people?
Because I was tailing you, silly. Duh!
You were following me? But why?
Why indeed? Okay, we need another clue. But what? Oh, we can deduce. Well, we could try to deduce, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really think so. Okay, let me save. And then let's see. Okay, this feels like a bit of a stretch, but
Eureka!
that's got to be sarcastic.
This piece of evidence alone solves this whole case.
Really? You think so? Because to be honest, I don't really see how it solves anything. You must be confused, jumping from a kidnapping to a murder. Yeah, that's it.
I can't believe I made such a large blunder. And even this little girl could point it out.
Alright, so that's not it. There's got to be something I can deduce, but what?
Huh.
I definitely am missing something, but I'm not sure what. Oh, wait. So there's one gunshot rule. Interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, okay. Oops.
Eureka!
Huh. What am I missing? All right. It's gotta be. We gotta be able to deduce something.
Eureka!
Nope. Okay. No, this is the same. What about this?
Eureka!
I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be seeing here, frankly. What is it? Okay, what if we can present profiles, maybe? Let's see if that does anything. Nope. Okay. Huh. Am I missing something? Like, could it be? 'Cause I just know that the second it clicks, it's gonna be like so fucking obvious. Oh. Huh. I mean, it's gotta be. It has to be something I can deduce. But what? Okay.
Eureka! Eureka!
I don't get it, but I.
There's something not right about the name on the pendant. The victim is the Amano family butler, and his name is Oliver Deacon. But the name on the pendant is Colin Devore. I wonder what's up with that. I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information.
Such an anticlimactic conclusion to that. Oh well, to that section at least.
Lance! Lance! Where are you, sweetie?
Excuse me, but you are...
Oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You're in love. Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh?
Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance?
Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops.
His girlfriend?
Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends and, we're not lovers or anything. We haven't gone that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present from Lance. You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character.
May I inquire as to why you are here?
I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I began to get really worried. I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped?
No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true.
Oh, Lance! I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden in love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here?
Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder.
My men brought me up to speed over the radio, and I have to say, you really should have called. I already found something very intriguing.
I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you.
I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now.
Suspect? Who?
Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us.
What? Sir, I had nothing to do with it, sir.
Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins?
Ha! I leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom.
That's your answer?
I know you like your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest a suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets.
But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake.
Innocent people? Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts.
If you were wondering, Lang, pun name, his name is the Mandarin Chinese reading of his Japanese name, which means Wolf Dragon Warrior. Okay, it's the Mandarin Chinese of his Japanese name. Okay, interesting. So it's his name. Okay. So it's the Mandarin reading. Oh, right. Because they use the same alphabet. I see what you're saying. Okay, that's cool. That's really clever. I was so confused for a sec. I was like, Mandarin reading of the Japanese. But no, that makes sense. Took me a sec.
That's really cool, though.
That's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes.
Too bad you don't call the shots around here.
As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. Now you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement?
You! How dare you speak so disrespectfully to our Shifu? Hold it! You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Lang Ji says every pack has its own rules. You can play by their rules and come out on top. That is a true victory. All right, I'll give you your beloved laws and a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my line of logic. Shilong Lang's logic. I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins is. Isn't that right?
That is your reasoning?
Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment.
What's this philosophy of detainment?
You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girly. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf.
Why the wolf?
Because in my language, Lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me or my pack. And as for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor, Lang Ji.
You'd think I'd have heard of him and his teachings if he was that famous.
Lang Ji developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, Zhengfa Police still trains its recruits using his philosophies.
But thousands of years ago, that makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale.
Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world?
You want to put it to a test?
All right. So what can you tell me about the body?
A lot. Even without an autopsy, I have my ways. They teach you the basics of forensics along with the detention philosophy.
Oh, then you wouldn't mind telling me a little of what you figured out, correct?
I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured out that much.
Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion.
Don't pat yourself on the back yet.
What's that supposed to mean?
Lang Ji says, search where the water is deepest. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer.
Is that right? And what would you know about the killer?
With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun.
It would appear you've studied a little of our laws.
Studied? Who needs to study what every child on any street corner already knows? It's that Sheena. Oh, Sheena.
The Federal Firearms Restriction Act.
That's it. The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days.
Interesting. That woman is the one in charge of keeping track of the information.
Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right?
If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you?
As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here.
Oh?
Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon had been fired.
How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time?
That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation.
The power of sheer numbers. But you have yet to check Officer Meekins' weapon, correct?
Thanks for reminding me. Hey you, show me your gun.
Oh,
What's wrong? Why does he look sickly pale all of a sudden?
gun?
What did you say? Can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already.
Sir? I lost my gun, sir!
How could you be so irresponsible?
In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited here outside this garage to ambush and kill the victim.
So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang? I think that this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny.
Hold it!
You mean to tell me that the murder occurred here in this garage?
From the fact that the suspect was found almost next to where the body was found, I'd say that it's pretty obvious that this is the crime scene. Lang Ji says a criminal always returns to the scene of the crime.
Hey, finally a quote I've heard before.
Furthermore, Lang Ji says, successful investigations are the result of multiple returns to a crime scene.
Looks like neither detectives nor criminals have changed their ways over the millenniums. So this is the kind of conclusion the philosophy of detainment can lead you to.
I'd imagine Longji is based on like Sun Tzu or something like that. That would make sense. I was kind of wondering the same. If there was like an actual historical equivalent.
I don't get it, Mr. Edgeworth. Why are you putting yourself on the line for Mr. Meekins?
It's not that I particularly care about what happens to Officer Meekins.
What?
However, I can't simply stand by while Agent Lang ignores our country's laws. Shilong Lang. Just what sort of investigator are you?
Okay, so we've got to present something, and I feel like this is going to be the one, but let me save first. Bum, bum, bum. The philosophy of detainment is a real thing, though, if you were wondering. Interesting. I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing. Huh. That's cool. All right. Let's use this.
Objection!
Yes.
Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible.
what do you mean?
You've seen the crime scene for yourself.
The philosophy of detainment focuses on the ethical justification for depriving individuals of liberty, balancing safety, punishment, and rehabilitation. Core justifications include retribution, proportionate punishment, deterrence, preventing future crimes, and incapacitation, protecting society. It involves a conflict between state authority and individual rights. Interesting. That's cool.
And while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? So you did notice that there was too little blood. Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene, and if it was your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set your record straight.
Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that that officer was hanging out around here in the first place?
Weird? How so?
Hey you! Your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk.
But sir, I really did take a walk, sir.
You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligations so lightly?
Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something?
Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir. Save me the way you did earlier, please, sir.
Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened.
Sir, not you too, sir.
Meekins' testimony.
It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir.
What is this Blue Badger mobile?
It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the Blue Badger mobile is just a roaming souvenir shop?
Interesting.
Sir, I swear I was chasing down the kidnappers while I was being a good dream merchant.
He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self.
He sure seems sure of what he's saying.
Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer?
Sir! Roger, sir!
A rebuttal.
It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir.
All right then, where were you assigned to?
I was assigned to the main gate, sir.
He must be in the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain.
Okay, then why are you here in the Wild West area? It's because of a very deep reason, ma'am. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir.
Hold it!
Describe for me how long you conducted your investigation.
Yes, sir. Well, first, I made sure there were no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir. Well, what did you expect when you're dressed like the Blue Badger? I thought I had no choice at that point, sir, so I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile.
What exactly do you mean by selling dreams?
Sir, the Blue Badger mobile is where dreams are collected. What? Sweetness like you've never known except in dreams, ma'am. Like innocence drops. A bitterness found only in nightmares, ma'am. Like guilty jawbreakers. Selling those as I push the Blue Badger mobile along is my sworn duty, ma'am. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to children, sir.
You completely forgot to look for kidnappers?
No, sir, of course not, sir. I would never do something like that, sir. You're absolutely right. Wow, you're good at this forcing people to confess thing, Mr. Edgeworth. To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. I'm better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook, sir.
Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony.
Yes, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir.
How did you wind up all the way over here?
I was in the middle of a sea of kids, sir. But one of the kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had to run away from the child's painful drop kicks, and before I knew it... A good old drop kick. I just done my fair share of those when I was a kid. It was always the best when you felt one really connect with your opponent.
In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation.
Bro was getting his ass kicked by kids for real. Sir! That's right, sir.
That's not something you should be admitting with your head held high, officer.
Sorry, what do we ask? Oh, yeah.
It sounds like he simply forgot about his real job and became the Blue Badger. However, there's one flaw in Meekins' story. I have a feeling that he'll need some prodding before he spills the beans.
Okay. You weren't assigned here. Check every square inch of the main gates. You were looking for the kidnappers while selling.
Okay, I think it's this. Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies.
Sir, I'm lying, sir?
Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badger mobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage?
Actually, I had just lost track, sir.
Lost track of what?
By the time I realized it, the Blue Badger mobile was nowhere to be found, sir.
Which would mean it was perhaps stolen.
And that's when I came back to this area, thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. But that's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
A likely story. Who do you think is gonna buy such a convenient tale as that?
And what exactly is so convenient about his story?
The car getting stolen? It's completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used all right. To move the dead body.
What?
You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins. And then you used the Blue Badger mobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me.
But it wasn't me, sir, the killer, sir. It wasn't me, sir.
Agent Lang, wait.
What do you want now?
We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth.
I told you. True smooth. I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste.
You boorish buffoon.
I think you need to leave.
What?
We need to get the body to autopsy, and you guys are getting in the way.
You would interfere with another one of my investigations?
Hey now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice.
Damn. What a dick. Almost makes me suspicious of him, honestly.
Yes, let's save our progress.
Okay. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap up here for today, and we'll pick this up tomorrow. And that'll be that. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all again. And we just saved. Yeah, I feel like we made some good progress in this too. Glad you agree. But yeah, tomorrow we'll play some more, and then maybe tomorrow the surprise will fully arrive. There's 2 more parts of it that I'm waiting on. And if not, it'll be Thursday. So we'll have a little bit of a mixed stream. We'll play some games, but we'll also do something else. Something that's a secret. Anyway, I will see y'all tomorrow. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you, Kev. I will try to have a good one as well. And until then, peace. Peace.